Larson actually winds up winning the Toyota Cat 250 with a yellow checkered. Now, how'd that happen? Here it is. There was a wreck. A couple cars hit the wall as the field was crossing the overtime line. Now, if you know the rule about overtime, if there's a wreck before the cars get to the OT line, there's a wreck, they send out another caution to set up for another overtime finish. Now, if the cars cross that OT line, that's it. So if there's a wreck after the cars cross the OT line, there's no other caution. They go right over to the finish and finish the race. That's how it works. This case, the cars were still crossing the line, and then we had a little wreck. So then there was a little bit of delay of sending out the yellow flag. As you know, they do have to put out the yellow flag regardless, because, you know, not only does it mark the caution, but it's also warning the drivers, but hey, there's some stuff going on. That's what the yellow light's there for. So since they put out the yellow flag, the field was frozen. Kyle Larson was in the lead, crosses the finish line, and that's how he won this race on Saturday. So it was crazy. Now, Justin Allgaier having some issues. She had a couple words with one of the officials, but that didn't really escalate into nothing crazy. And that's how... It was one of those days, ladies and gentlemen. That's how this race ended. So there it is. So the top 5 finishes, Kyle Larson comes in for the win. Now, Justin Allgaier would wind up finishing second, but he was a Dash for Cash winner, so he gets a $100,000 check, right? And then Daniel Hemrick, the pole sitter, he would come in third. Austin Dillon comes in fourth, and then Ryan Blaney would come in fifth. So that's the 42-7, the 21-2, and the 22. Elliott Sadler would come in 7th, Ty Dillon 16th, and Daniel Suarez finishes in 19th. So a lot of drivers kind of confused because what happened was, by the time Kyle Larson got into turn 4, that's when the caution came. That's when they started flashing the lights. So everybody was kind of slowing down, because if the lights come on, you can't pass nobody. So then everybody was kind of racing as if it was a caution. So, you know, that's why kind of... But, you know what, in terms of safety, you know, sometimes that happens. And sometimes, you know, a baseball umpire make bad calls all the time. You know? But I'm not saying it's a bad call. I'm just saying that light has to go out because it's warning the other drivers, you know, there's something out there. You know? So, it is to say, though, it was a pretty good race. I'm not going to badmouth it. It was really good. It was 7 cautions. This 5 leaders with 7 lead changes. Fastest lap was 115.404 miles per hour, set by Kyle Larson. 2 hours, 24 minutes, and 20 seconds. But I'm going to put 2 hours and change because the computer took a long time to update. So I'm going to put 2 hours and change just to be safe. But usually you get one last update on the computer from NASCAR right after the race is over. If you follow, a little checkered flag comes up, and then it switches to a blue, and that means, and then you get one last update, and that means everything's, so I wrote down 2 hours, 24 minutes, and 20 seconds, because that's what the computer said, so it might be a little bit over that, maybe a couple minutes or so. And 250 advertised laps here, 254 actual overtime, stages 1 and 2, 75 laps each, stage 3, 154 laps with that OT. And then the next stop on the NASCAR Xfinity Series schedule is Talladega. So we're done with the short track racing. We're going to Talladega, man, which makes Daytona look like a baby. So we're going to have some fun time next week. All right. Hey, thank you for tuning in. This is Manny Allegretto, and from Long Island, New York. This is the home of Motorsports Talk. This is show 424. Monday at 7:25. We're going to recap the Cup Series race. That's going to be show 5-1, and then show 5-1A, we're going to have full results. So this is Motorsports Radio. We do nice little short podcast, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour tops. We make them nice and short and sweet, so we don't waste nobody's time, and we get right to the point. This is the Motorsports Radio Podcast Network. Have a good one.